What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. And ESPN has officially released their list of top NBA players for the upcoming season. And we have a few players on there. I'm talking about the players on the Chicago Bulls. So I wanted to get into it. But before I do, I want you guys to subscribe to my page as I keep you guys updated with the Bulls content, the Bulls rumors, the Bulls news, the Bulls gossip. So yeah, I'm going to get into it. And so ESPN, they recently dropped their list from 100 to 26. And I was able to find 4 Bulls players that have made the list. And so, mind you, this is ESPN, and I'm going to say this in a way as if a Bulls player recorded some stats in the Summer League, you'd be like, this is Summer League. I'm going to give a warning for ESPN because, as you guys know, ESPN has been one of our friends this past summer or the past few summers, and they haven't had the most nicest things to say about us either. So I'm going to definitely get into this list. And so the first player I noticed on the list, and he came in at number 57. Well, no, he came in at number 78, actually, and that is Lonzo Ball. And last year, he was ranked number 57, so he definitely had a drop. And then they had a question for Lonzo, and they said, how healthy will Lonzo Ball be this season? They said Lonzo Ball hasn't appeared in the game since 2014, and he has experienced discomfort whenever he ramps up basketball activity this offseason. They said he's not expected to participate at the start of training camp, and he's raising a lot of questions for when he returns. And so how do I feel about Lonzo Ball at number 78? To be honest, I actually don't have a problem with that. Because everybody pretty much knows that Lonzo Ball was healthy, he would be higher because he had such a great start to the season. The problem was he missed so much time and so many games. It's kind of like you don't know where he is and where he's going to go or project for this upcoming season. Lonzo Ball being at 78, I feel like that's a good number. That's recognition that he's still a very good player in this league. And just because he missed so much of the season doesn't mean he should have fell out of the list completely. And so yeah, Lonzo Ball at number 78, that's fine. He's over players like Clint Capella, Karis LeVert, a lot of the rookies that's been drafted, Aaron Gordon, Valanciunas. So I really don't have a problem where he is right now, and that's only because I've made peace of when Lonzo Ball comes back, he's going to get back to proving what he does and what he's good at. And so shout out to Lonzo Ball at number 78. And the next player that I've spotted in this list, I'm going to go up a few spots, and that is Nikola Vucevic. And so Nikola Vucevic, he also dropped from last season. He was ranked number 39 in the 2021 ESPN rankings. And the question they had for Vucevic, they said, can he bounce back in a contract year? And so as you guys know, Nikola Vucevic, he's playing for a new contract with the Bulls. He wants to stay here. He's really enjoyed his stay. And, he had I wouldn't say a depressing or bad season last season, but he definitely dropped off. A lot of that is because, he had to adjust playing with the likes of DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo, and Zach Levine, and all these other scorers and players. He hasn't had that much talent on his side, pretty much his whole career. And so they asked, can he bounce back in a contract year? The Bulls thought they were pairing 3 All-Stars with DeRozan, Levine, and Vucevic. But Vucevic had a disappointing campaign, shooting only 31.4% from the 3 and struggling on defense. And so, they hit it right on the head. They talked about what Vucevic struggled in this past season and where he needs to improve. And they also said that, he's playing in a contract year. So we're really going to see what Vooch is made of this year. The one good thing I can say about Vooch is that he was very durable last season throughout the actual season and the playoffs, but now it's about time for him to bring that and percentages up. We need awesome 3-point shooting. We need better defense. I feel the presence of Patrick Williams and hopefully a healthy Lonzo Ball when he returns will boost Nikola Vucevic defense. And so we're going to see what happens for that. So shout out to Nikola Vucevic at 57. Do I have a problem with that number also? No, not really. I really don't have a problem with that. Do I feel like he could be a little higher? You can make a case for that. But the fact that he's number 57, I don't really have a problem with that. And so at number 57, he's over the likes of players like Robert Williams III, and you guys know how well he played for the Celtics. So that was interesting. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero. So I feel like Vooch is in a decent place. We're going to see him hopefully take a bigger step for this upcoming season. And so I'm going to head into the final two that I've noticed. And I'm going to go into, surprisingly, DeMar DeRozan. He came in at number 28. And so he actually increased his rank from last season. Last season was last summer. Last summer was the summer of the DeMar DeRozan hate, where he was getting all the hate from Bleacher Report, all the hate from ESPN, saying he's the worst Chicago Bulls signing. And he was ranked number 45. And so now he's ranked at number 28. So that was a huge jump. I feel like, DeMar DeRozan, he had the type of season to where I feel like he could have been actually a little higher. And I'm actually surprised that he was lower than Levine. And I'm going to get it to Levine next of where he's ranked. But, what ESPN said is that having a career high 27.9 points, he proved to be a true master of the mid-range, which is true. He was super efficient from his spots, and he led the NBA in both mid-range field goal makes and attempts. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. He had one of his best seasons of his career, and he was in the MVP conversation. And so with those things, and with him making the All-Star and the All-NBA second team, I feel like DeMar DeRozan could have made a case to be higher than some of these players. He was over the likes of players like Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam, Chris Middleton. So these are some big time players. Kyrie Irving, Marcus Smart. And so DeMar DeRozan, he did his thing, but I do feel like he could have been a little higher just based off the type of season he had last season. But I guess they're going off what they project for this upcoming season. So at the age he is, maybe they're projecting a small drop off in production. But yeah, we're definitely going to tune in to see how he reacts to that number. And coming in a spot above him is number 27, our guy Zach Levine. And Zach Levine, he also increased his rank. He was ranked number 33 last summer, and as him being number 27 this summer, he went up. And the question they have for Levine is, how is his left knee? And that question is kind of irrelevant to me, because those who really follow Zach Levine closely knows that Zach is good. He doesn't usually have, knee problems every single year. He had discomfort this past year, but hopefully those days are behind him, and, he'll be out there playing healthy. Most of the season before, mostly healthy before the ankle injuries towards the end. But yeah, Levine definitely experienced discomfort and missed 13 of the final 43 games. But he still, when he played, produced even while he was banged up. So we could get a healthy Levine. That's a dynamic type of player right there. And they said that he could be in line for a third consecutive All-Star appearance, in which I agree, because he's just so talented and he gets better and better every year. I honestly predict that he's going to play better than he did last year. He might jump a few spots to some of these people above him. They have Drew Holiday at number 26. They have some more players that I'm more than likely going to disagree with. But yeah, I honestly, right at this point, I don't have an issue with Zach being at number 27, but I do feel like he can make a case to be a few spots higher. I do also feel like at this point, DeRozan should be a couple spots higher than Levine, just off of what we seen last year. We all know that Zach is primed to take over this team, but it's just about when it's going to happen. So yeah, those are the Bulls players we have, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to have any other players above them. But a few players that we haven't seen on this list that we're surprised is Alex Caruso. But I feel like an injury play season also hurt his case, and when he came back from injury, he dropped off in production, so they kind of pushed him out the top 100. And Patrick Williams, as you guys know, he's just potential right now, plus he didn't play that much, so I wasn't expecting him to be in the top 100 either, but I do expect him to crack that 100 come next summer if he stays healthy. So yeah, that's my review for the players on the ESPN list. Don't forget to like this video, comment how do you feel about where these guys are ranked, and I'm gonna holler at you guys later. I'm out.